say do what comes natural, just be the real me, follow your true you inside of your head. But if I did what comes natural, I'd just be a black hole. I'd never get dressed or even get out of bed. I don't want to cook food or have to go shopping for recipe options or make out a list. And if the sink pile's higher, it still wouldn't inspire me to wash off a wine glass or dry off a dish. And I hate to start drawing, it's so pointless and boring. Why devote so much effort for some second-rate art? So I force myself to it every time that I do it. I just go through the motions, though I'd rather not start. They say do what comes naturally, just be the natural me, follow your true you inside of your head. But if I did what comes natural, I'd just be an asshole. I'd be lonely and broke and probably better off dead. I don't want to walk out or go to museums, assemble a picnic or think of a plan on a rainy or nice day, on a bus or a subway. Why would I want to just because that I can? Or have to take towels and change into swimsuits, then have to go swimming, then have to get dry, and need to use sunscreen and work on a suntan. Even just to be lazy still demands that I try. They say do what comes naturally, just be the natural me, follow your true you inside of your head. But if I did what comes natural, I wouldn't do nothing. I'd stick my head in an oven if I'd obeyed what they said. Who wants to book concerts, or check in at airports, or write out a set list, or find where to park, or talk about money, or memorize lyrics, or drive when it's bright out, or drive when it's dark? And why be a nice guy? Why be responsive? Why be responsible to family or friends? And even if I did something, it's never just one thing. I'd have to do something else after the first something ends. They say do what you want to, just be the real you, follow the magnets inside of your soul. But what's inside of me is basically gravity, a meaningless cavity, a bottomless hole. Oh, the lazy sensations, easy gratifications, the corruption and gluttony, and sugar and fat. The me that I'd follow is just shallow and hollow. To just be a natural me would only be that. But if you act like an artist, then it makes you an artist. If you act like a sleazeball, then it makes you a sleaze. If you act like an athlete, then it makes you an athlete. But it's always a challenge, and it's never a breeze. And if you act like you love me, then I guess that you love me. And if I act like a dad someday, then I'd be a dad. So I could say it was true, the things I made myself do, because the things that I did became the life that I had. I didn't want to be drawing, or writing, or singing, or working for money, or working for art, or being a nice guy, or having a lifestyle. Still nothing ever gets done if I don't force it to start. They say do what comes naturally, just be the natural me, follow your true you inside of your head. But if I did what comes natural, I'd just be a black hole. I'd never get dressed or even get out of bed. It was about the 10th grade. I had never bought much music, I just listened to whatever was played. But there was classic rock there on the radio, and it was blowing my mind. And it was all the records no one wanted now, so they were easy to find. So I started getting LPs, they only cost a little, and these LPs were all the ones I needed from the 60s, with psychedelic art on all the great sleeves, much cooler and much cheaper than the CDs, and that's the way I caught the disease. I caught the disease for LPs. There wasn't any internet, a lot of times you just took a shot. Pretty soon you figured out which records would be awesome or not. If the year was from the 60s, it was probably good bang for your buck. If the year was from the 80s, it was guaranteed to totally suck. I started learning about the LPs. At that time, education just cost low fees. $3 for this Dylan record, oh yes please. And the Cream and Rolling Stones and Arlo Guthrie's. A giant treasure trove was all for pennies. And that's the way I caught the disease. I caught the disease. By 1994, I had completed all my Zeppelin and Floyd.
Zeppelin and Floyd.
I had all the early traffic, but their later stuff just made me annoyed.
Made me annoyed.
You realize that the radio just scratches at the top of the dirt.
Top of the dirt.
When $4 can buy you Crown of Creation with the lyric insert. So I had a lot of LPs. My friends were mostly clueless. It was just me in an ocean of cheap vinyl like a Black Sea. I hardly had an income, but it was easy. An awesome world awaited with a cheap key. And sometimes in the garbage they were just free. And that's the way I got the disease. I got the disease for LPs. And then the 90s ended and I wasn't no teenager no more.
Teenager no more.
But I started getting shakes if I was passing any used record store.
Used record store.
I got the finger muscles you develop when you flip through a stack.
Flip through a stack.
Crate digging for the cheap and obscure, and there was no turning back. A total junkie for the LPs, and nothing in the world was gonna help me. You'd see me quit no sooner than see hell freeze, and there was nothing like the thrill of getting lucky. I'd be flying 5 sheets to the breeze, 'cause the world was still awash in LPs. And I still had the disease for LPs. Nowadays that stuff is so expensive I don't bother to try. Everything's reissued and plus everything is priced really high. The field is overcrowded, it's impossible to get a good fix. So I'll walk right past the records and I flip through all the used compact discs. Yeah, nowadays it's mostly CDs. No one wants to keep them, so there's plenty. Folk and punk and private press and rap and indie. Bonus tracks and liner notes are just empty. As long as I can still make a good discovery, I've still got that music hunger disease. That disease that I caught from LPs. When they were dirt cheap in the 1990s. Whatever people don't want, that's the time to get it. Take a chance on something, it might blow your mind. And if it's cheap, there's less chance you'll regret it. Though I'm drowning in my stacks because of all the stupid albums I used to try. Nowadays, looking back, I just regret the ones I didn't buy. Each time we try to have a movie date, dear. Each time we try to watch some kind of flick. It's hardly half an hour that I wait, dear, before your tired head drops like a brick. Does Bill Murray's day repeat forever? Does Humphrey Bogart ever find the gold? Will Annie Hall and Woody stay together? I learn all these things myself while you're out cold. 'Cause that head starts swinging with that same old motion. And it's hardly even 9:30. Soon you're bobbing far away out on the ocean, and I'm left lonely watching movies on the dock. To feel my lover's head rest on my shoulder can be a cozy feeling, to be sure, but only when we're sharing feeling closer, not when you've slipped a million miles from shore. Why must your head turn mighty as an anvil when movie watching hour comes around? It just becomes so heavy and substantial. It lolls and rolls and then it crashes down. That head starts swinging with that same old motion, and it's hardly even 9:30. Soon you're bobbing far away out on the ocean, and I'm left lonely watching movies on the dock. It used to be we'd rarely get through movies, 'cause loving passion swept away our patience. Epics or shorts, we still couldn't get through these. We'd miss the ends, whatever their durations, till with more time spent at work and less for kisses, I thought at least we'd now watch movies till the ends. But sad to say, that's still the part she misses. I guess we wouldn't even get through them just as friends. We love to be together, that's for certain. There's deep communication in our hearts. But when each morning we discuss Hitchcock or Bergman, we only talk about the way each movie starts. 'Cause that head starts swinging with that same old motion, and it's hardly even 9:30 o'clock. Soon you're bobbing far away out on the ocean, and I'm left lonely watching movies on the dock. But you can't be sure if it's the right apartment or the right floor. If you stick around just where you are right now, you just fall through the ground 'cause it moves anyhow. Were you going somewhere sooner or later, or just pushing all the buttons on the elevator? You gotta have free will to live your pre-planned life. You gotta pay the bill or you get unsubscribed. And the zeros you found, there's still more zeros to find. So keep your ears to the ground and your nose to the grind. It's a Liberty Bell that rings a dial tone, and it's a living hell played on a stylophone. So you never win, but still you hate to lose. And it's bad or worse, that's when you've got to choose. Either death or pain for how your check is cashed. Either knife or fork for how your neck is slashed. Who wants a blow-up bed that's guaranteed to leak? Who wants a life that's dead a little more each week? And the zeros you found, there's still more zeros to find. So keep your ears to the ground and your nose to the grind. What makes an arm unfold is in the elbow joint, till question marks are told as exclamation points. Like how much fire hides inside a book of matches, or has the singer died beneath the record scratches? And how I rue the year I'm liable to feel dumb about how I chewed my tears up into eyeball gum. But it's nature's way, the way it neatly fits. Then it's nature's way to make it fall to bits. And the zeros you found, there's still more zeros to find. So keep your ears to the ground and your nose to the grind. The start, you're small but not alone. You walk a street of hearts installed as cobblestone, sunk into pavement glass up to the edge of you, till the danger's passed across the avenue. And if your bed got flipped beneath your ancient dreams, and if your head got dipped beneath the patient streams, and if your hands got rinsed as they so often did, that's all they glimpsed after tearing off the coffin lid. Asleep with nothing to find, and with nothing you found, with your ears in the grind, and your nose in the ground.